My name's Ben. I started WOODCHUCK about 6 years ago now, in 2012, drinking a beer in the architecture studio at the U of M. I was on track to go to graduate school. I had 2 full-ride scholarships and worked my ass off throughout college to pay for college. And when I sat down and I asked 2 of my mentors, one of them was John Cunningham of Cunningham Group over here, and the other one was David Washburn. I sat down and I said, hey, I'm making these wood phone case things and I'm selling them to my buddies for 20 bucks or a case of beer. Should I start this company or should I go to grad school? And both of them said, go to grad school, you're gonna learn more, or go to start the business, not go to grad school. You're gonna learn more, in 2 years than you ever will in grad school. And so I decided to do that. My mom almost killed me. And I started the company. Within 6 months, between myself and a couple other buddies at the time, we had gotten the product into all 1,800 Target stores nationwide. So we thought that we were Jordan Belfort. We thought we were going to be billionaires. And the product ended up being a huge flop. Target had no idea what it was. The consumers had no idea what it was. It was basically a wood sticker that you stuck on the back of your iPad mini. What the hell is that even? And people were like, why would I pay $40 for this? So we had made about 130,000 units of this product for $40. And our first week of sell-through, we were sitting by the computer and we were watching the sell-through reports come in. And we're like, God, something's got to be wrong here because it only says 7 units on the first week, and it was correct. We had only sold 7 units across all 1,800 stores. And we learned really quick that it was not going to be as easy as we thought it was. Recently after that, we had to basically take all the product back and figure out what the hell do we do with all this product. So a couple weeks later, we had a company, Red Bull, hit us up out of Santa Monica and said, hey, could you put our logos on these and could you put names on them and could you have them here tomorrow in California? And we said, yep, sure, we can do that. So we did. So we got them the product and we learned quickly that corporate gifting and B2B was going to be something we wanted to focus on. So we did that for about 3 years and we still have a primary focus on corporate gifting. But where are we today? We have 57 employees here in Northeast Minneapolis. We are very proud of our American-made products. We have over 150 different products. In our facility, we run 3 shifts, 24/7. And we manufacture between 7,000 and 9,000 products a day. Our most prized possession and kind of our marketing angle along with this is we plant a tree for every product we sell, because we sat down and we said, okay, we're making these wood products, but we don't want to make wood products. We want to figure out, why are we actually doing this? And it kind of came back to, well, we want to put nature back into people's lives. We want to bring jobs back to the U.S. and we want to bring quality back to products. And that's since that day, which was about 5.5 years ago that we watched that video, has been our core focus and our core along the way. And through all the ups and downs of entrepreneurship and the multiple times that we probably should have gone bankrupt, or not been in business, that mission and that core is kind of what pushed us through those difficult times. The majority of our planting right now is happening in Madagascar. We're local villages, and we have a couple videos on that too, and more information if you guys want to check out our Buy One Plant One page. But a lot of these villages are going in and clear cutting their trees for charcoal. And that's because that's the only thing that they know how to do. They aren't educated enough to say that this is going to destroy the ecosystem around me. So anyway, we're doing a lot of planting there. We'll go in with a nonprofit called Eden Reforestation, actually hire entire villages. So we have 4 different villages. Each of the villages is between 200 and 500 people, which sounds really grandiose and amazing, but on average, their salary, a great salary for them, is about $350 a year. So we're able to fund not only these villagers and life, giving nutrients to them, but also reforest the areas in which they're living. Now it's a lot it's a lot more holistic in our approach to what we're doing. Our next really large site, which will be over 1 million trees, is actually in northern Minnesota, conveniently. So we're actually working with scientists from the University of Minnesota and researchers on taking species from a couple 100 miles south of us and reforesting different areas in northern Minnesota to test species that are going to allow us to be more biodiverse and more resilient to climate change. It's so hard. I mean, we get, especially with the amount of like media that's out there today. I mean, we talked about, you know, the amount of media and like going to Antarctica and like just like how much media you realize you get on a daily basis. We're bombarded with all this media all the time, and like if you can't remember something or remember like a quick phrase or a quick line, they're not going to remember your product. I mean, at the end of the day, someone could build this same exact company in China or literally anywhere. If they had the same technology, if they hired a bunch of our designers, they could do the same thing at the end of the day. But what they can't do is recreate a message, which we've trademarked and got a lot of intellectual property around, which was really important for us, around the buy one, plant one message. And when we find these like little tidbits or these little messages that are so easy that your friends who are drunk can remember them the next day, we hold on to them, we get IP around them, and we lead with that message because that's what people remember. And people remember that, oh, they might not even remember woodchuck. It's, oh, are you guys the ones that like plant the tree for each one? And that's been really beneficial for us. So from a B2B standpoint too, that's been really powerful from a marketing standpoint, because what are all the marketing people looking to do? They're looking, especially when they're giving out gifts to either their employees or their partners, they're looking to say, you know, we're sustainable, we care about our environment, we, you know, care about cool companies. Here's a story of this company and here's what they're doing. And basically they get the credit for it, which is fantastic. That's what, I mean, we love that. That's awesome. Like, because then they use our product and then we plant more trees. But that's been hands down one of the most important pieces, and I think why we've been able to scale so fast is because of that message and because of how simple it is and how easy it is for everyone to say. I mean, most of you guys here probably know Love Your Melon, hats, you know, 10 Tree, Tom's shoes. All these messages are just so simple and easy to understand. And when they're caked in and when they're kind of built into the brand itself, I think it's totally different than like, you know, not to like bash on big companies because I like love Coca-Cola, but you know, there's a lot of initiatives that Coca-Cola is doing, which I think are fantastic, and they're contributing 10,000 times, you know, what we are because they're massive. But it almost seems like it's an attachment and it's not like the original brand message. It's harder to, in my opinion, to make that connection. So yeah, I think that's what I've seen.